before I come back to this trade setup, I'm going to explain for those of you who have been asking a lot of questions about trading a pro firm account and all of that. I believe it is more common. If you have a forex background, you understand that all these forex boys you see out there, they are okay trading a bigger account, right? They understand what pro firms are, all right, and all of that. So in the crypto space, it's actually new, and some of the platform that have tried that promises you to trade crypto and they are going to fund and all of that, they are not legit. Some of them they just keep wasting your time. You make money, you cannot withdraw. A lot of excuses around it. But with this, since I came across HyroTrader, HyroTrader, the way it works is very simple. They are integrated with two different platforms, Bybit number one, and then there's another platform they call Clio. It is another exchange, right? So what we need to do is to get a funded account. All right, we need to get a funded account. If you are doing this via the browser, you just go to where it says crypto profile, click on the start trading option. If you open it via your mobile app, you just scroll down. A lot of you have actually bought the accounts already, but let me just, for the sake of those who are asking questions, let me just go through it. Okay. So once you come in here, you can get funded 5,000. That's the minimum, right? $5,000, and you can get funded up to $200,000, right? Now, let me start with the two-step evaluation phase. Now, briefly, the way ProFirm work, these are individuals, or will I say institutions, that have money, okay, but they want to employ traders to trade for them. Instead of employing you and telling you, come and trade in our office, and at the end of the month, we'll pay you, they are giving you the money to trade. Once they fund you to trade, at the end of the day, you can now split the profit with them. Somebody was on my DM asking me, if they fund me, can I withdraw the money? No, you cannot withdraw the money. Okay. If that is the kind of mindset you have, you are looking for somebody's money to run away. That is not how it works. Okay. So this platform, when you come in here to get an account, okay, you can see the cost. If I'm going to get a 200K account for the two-step evaluation first, I'm going to pay about 900, that is approximately $1,000 to get $200,000 account to trade with. Okay. Now let's assume that I came into crypto and I want to start trading, and I only have $1,000 of my trading capital. Instead of risking this your $1,000 to trade crypto, which there is a high possibility that you could lose this money in a day or in one trade, what you can do is to use this money to acquire a 200K account, a 200K funded account. Okay. Now, if you want to follow the rules of risking 1 to 3% of your capital when you are trading, okay, and you have $1,000 to do that, 1 to 3% of 1,000 is between $10 to $30. $10 to $30. That's what you are going to be risking per trade. Now, what if you can get up to 10 times or thereabout of that amount of money and enter a trade? It means if I use $10 or $30 as my margin and my trade goes in profit by 200%, let's assume it goes up by 100%. Okay, just like the trade we took yesterday. Those of you who use high leverage and all of that, let's assume that even with 3x leverage, I was up by 90 something percent or thereabout, right? So let's assume you enter a trade and your trade goes up by 100%, and you have only reached $30 in that trade. It means you are making additional $30, right? Now, what if you now translate that into 200K and you're now using 3% of 200K, which is about $6,000, right? $6,000, that's what you're now entering the trade with. Or let's assume 1% of 200K, which is about $2,000, right? Yeah, $2,000. So if you now enter, instead of risking your $1,000, which at the end of the day, you enter a trade with, 10, 5, 2, 3% of this capital, you can now translate that into a bigger account. So here you now have the option to enter a single trade with 2,000. So if eventually you enter a trade with $2,000 and that trade goes up by 100%, what happened? You make additional $2,000, right? And if you rinse and repeat this process again and again, and you get good trades, maybe 2, 3, 4, 5 trades in a month, so you can imagine what you'll be going on with, all right? Those who are trading 200K account, the average of what they go on with, those who are actually, very serious with this, is $16,000. And then those who are trading about 50K account, the average of what they go on with every month is about $4,000. All right. These are people who are very conservative in trading their account. Okay. Now let me go to the 5K account. So let's assume that you came into this space and your trading capital is $100, right? If you apply the principle of risking 1 to 3% of that capital, it means you'll be using $1 to $3 per trade as your margin per trade, right? So if a trade goes in your favor 100%, it means you're making additional $1 or $3. So what if you can now translate that into 5,000, right? You use this to get a $5,000 account, and instead of risking $2 to $3, if you now, what is the 1% of 5,000? 1% of 5,000 should be $150, right? Yeah. Okay. Or 3% of that, which is $150. So it means instead of risking just $3, you can now be risking $150. And if the market goes in your favor by 100%, you are up by a bigger amount of money. Do you understand? This is how it works, right? So at the end of the day, HyroTrader pays between 70 to 90% of the profit you made. So if at the end of the day you get a 5K account or a 10K account or a 25K account or a 50K account or 100K or 200K account, and at the end of the day you make let's say you make 1,000. Okay, let's say you make 1,000 as profit. You will now request for withdrawal. When you request for withdrawal, they will ask you to input in your USDT address, which you would do, and all of that. Then at the end of the day, what happens? They will pay 70%. Okay, 70% is for the start. As you continue to proceed, your payout will be increased. Okay, you can get up to 90%. So 70% of the profit you make comes to you, and then 30% goes back to them. Right? 70% comes to you, 30% goes back to them. Now, if you have been trading with them for a while and they have increased your payout to 90%, it means subsequently, if you now start making profit, 90% of that profit comes to you, and then 10% goes to them, the owners of the money. Then your account will now be reset again to either the 100K or the 5K or the 10K that you bought. You start again, right? At the end of the day. Now, the beautiful thing about the HyroTrader is that you can request for withdrawal every day. Minimum withdrawal is $100, right? You can request for withdrawal every day. Once you make up to $100, you can request for withdrawal. Okay. Me, I don't do that. Okay. I accumulate the money. Once you get up to 2, 3, 5K, I just request for withdrawal. But before you start requesting for withdrawal, you need to tell them that you can trade. Okay, you need to tell them that you can trade. Now, for the one-step evaluation phase, you just need to do 10% and you get funded. Once you get funded, you can now start trading that account. For the two-step evaluation phase, you need to do 15%. So it means if they fund you 100K, you need to do 15% of that 100K. Okay, 15% of 100K should be around, that's 15,000, right? And then if it is one phase, is 10%, which is about 10,000, okay, for this. And then for 5,000, you're getting that for 5,000, yeah, 10% of 5,000 is about 1,000, right? Right? Yeah. 500 rather. Okay, I think, yeah, it's 500. So once you do that, you get funded, right? And there's no limit. You can trade this for as long as it takes you to pass the evaluation phase. But you must not stay for a whole 2 weeks without taking a single trade, right? If you do that, they will send you a warning that you have to start trading and all of that. So you get this account. Once you pass the evaluation phase, you prove to them that you can trade. What they will now do is, as they are requesting for withdrawal, once they fund you and you trade as they are requesting for withdrawal, they can refund back the money you are buying this account with. But if you fail the account, this money is not refundable, right? If you fail the account, this money is not refundable. So for the one step, you do 10%, you get funded. For the two step, you do 15%, you get funded. And then the prices, the difference equally, in price equally is another thing you look at. For 5K one step, you are paying 100 and approximately 20. And then for two step, you are paying just 89, right? So I do the two step, and the reason why I do the two step is the two step, the daily drawdown, the overall drawdown for the two step is 10%. The overall drawdown for the one step is 6%. Okay. So if I buy a 100K account, it means in a day, if I lose the overall drawdown, which is 6%, if I lose 6,000, I'm already failed this account. So the account will go. And then for this one, I'll need to lose 10,000. Okay, I'll need to lose 10,000. And another thing you should take note of, okay, HyroTrader is very strict with their rules. All right, you cannot, if I'm entering a trade right now, if I get a 10K account and I want to enter a trade with 10,000 as my margin, they will allow you, but my stop loss must not be minus 3,000, which is 3% of that account. If it is the same thing for 5,000 or 10,000, for instance, if it is for 10,000, my stop loss must not be minus 300. It has to be lower than 3%. Okay, it has to be lower than 3%. Let's say I take multiple trades. Okay, if I take multiple trades and the first trade has a stop loss of $100 minus 100, another one has a stop loss of minus 150, another one has a stop loss of minus 200, it's already more than 300. That's if I'm trading the 10K account, it's already more than 3%. So if they notice this, they will strike a warning, and if you don't adjust it, you will fail the account. And all of these things are reasons why, because many of you have bought the account actually ignore these things. That is why you failed. That is why I'm putting this together. If you want to, for this period, okay, we are going to provide you with signal. Even if you are going to trade yourself, you need to share your ideas with us, the setups, and then we'll be able to share ideas together and say, okay, you can take this trade, put the stop loss here, or do it like this, or do it like what. Just that guidance is what you need. Okay, as somebody who has traded, and I've traded, I think this is the 5th account I'm trading. I failed 2 before I could pass the evaluation, right? And then the other 2, after I passed the evaluation, during the trading, before I could request for withdrawal, I disappointed myself, okay, by failing the account, right? And then this one here, I've been holding it. I've been, using this one right now that I'm trading, which is already funded. I'm actually treating it as an egg. I don't want to lose it, okay? Even if it is 1K, I'm getting out of it every month or every 2 months. I'm okay with it. I'll be contented with that, okay? So I'm not, if I want to use high leverage, if I want to play around with leverage and all of that, I have other exchanges where I have my 5, 10, 20, $50 that I go ahead and play with. But for this particular account that I've been funded, I'm only trading it to sort out some other issues around me. Okay, so I have just put together, for those of you who want to take advantage of this, if you buy an account, I add you up to the private group. We are going to be trading together. Okay, we are going to be helping you, sharing signals with you, make sure that we keep you in check. Once you pass the evaluation phase, you can do whatever you wish. Okay, you can carry the account and exit the group and go and trade it, and whatever profit you made. My own is just to help you to make sure that you make your first withdrawal. After making your first withdrawal, whatever you want to do, you can now do with it. Okay, that's what I want to do for you, so that we can guide you, help you, share signals, look at what you are doing, and then be able to guide you. Because if you are not very strict and adhere to the rules and regulations that the proof firm is giving you, you always fail the account, and that is not good. All right. So if you have questions briefly on this, you can ask your questions and I'll throw more light on that. But if not, if you're okay with it, go and you can buy a 5K account, you can buy a 10K, 25K, 100K, and all of that. Personally, I'm trading 100K account. With this, I enter my trades, okay, between 1K to 3K, and put my stop losses at a very minimal level, and I'm trading 3x leverage on this. Okay, that's what I'm doing currently. So if you have questions, yes, 𝗕𝗲𝗙, go ahead, please. You have the mic. Go ahead and yeah. Okay, let's take it one after the other.
Good morning, boss. How are you doing today, sir?
I'm good, and you?
I'm fine, sir.
Go ahead.
Okay, my question is when is the deadline for buying the account and your guidance after we pass the evaluation? Will you continue guiding us in making sure that we get signals, or there's a separate package for that, sir?
There's no deadline. Okay, there's no deadline once you buy the account. But I'm running this right now for 1 week, between at the end of this month. Okay, because what I want to do is, as you're paying, you're added to the private group. As you know already, that private group is a $10 subscription, monthly subscription. But if you buy this account, I'm not going to charge anything for that. you are going to be added to the group. And once you pass the evaluation, okay, once you make your withdrawal, you are supposed to pay that $10 monthly subscription to be on the group. But once you pass the evaluation and you can make withdrawals, if you want to stay, fine. If not, you can leave the group. I will still be sending signals on the general group and all of that. Okay. So yeah, there's no deadline. You can buy the account whenever you want. Right? You can buy the account whenever you want and you can still join. Anytime you buy the account, you can join. And when you are checking out, okay, the process of checking out is very easy. Let me just walk you through that because this is where some of you get it wrong. Let's say I want to get a 100K account. I select it and I want to do one step. Let's say I want to do two steps. Okay, I'll select that for 100K to cost me approximately 600. So I'll go ahead and click on the start challenge option. Okay, so while that is loading up, once you click on the start challenge option, it takes you to the next page, which is this page right here. So you are just going to fill in this information. You have the option to pay with your card, right? If you're a Nigerian and you don't have a dollar card, you will not be able to spend this amount of money using a card. Using your Nigerian card, right? So you will need to pay with crypto. So just click on the option that says pay with crypto. And you can see it was 600, almost 600, right? But because of the discount code, if you use the link I've provided or using this code, okay, you get a 5% discount, I think. Yes, you get a 5% discount on that. So you just go ahead and click on confirm and you pay. Now, once you fill in this information and you click on confirm and pay, it will take you to a page where there is a list. I've made a video step by step showing you that already. There's a list of different crypto, BTC, all of those different crypto. Select USDT, and I think Arbitrum is the one I use. The Arbitrum network is the one I use, which is cheaper for me. Select USDT, select Arbitrum. An address will be generated for you. Copy that USDT address, go to your exchange and send this amount, okay? If it is 5K, you will see the total amount you have to send. Send the exact amount to that address. Once you send it, automatically, your payment will be confirmed. And once your payment is confirmed, an account will be given to you. Once an account is given to you, the next thing is to link that account to your Bybit account. Okay? I have a step-by-step video that shows you that. So anybody who gets the account, once you purchase the account, just let me know and then I'll be able to walk you through linking the account. Once you get added to the group, we can just walk you through or share the video with you to link up your account. And once you do that, you are good. Okay. Then the next thing is to start trading the account. For as long as you stick to the rules, you should be able to trade with us. I'm not going to give a time frame to pass the evaluation phase. Whether you get a one phase, which is 10%, and then you get funded, or the 15%, which is the two step, and you get funded. I'm not going to give a time frame because HyroTrader does not penalize you if you do not pass the evaluation in 1 day or in 2 days. But I'm going to make sure that we'll send or share signals, give you reasons why we're sharing those signals to make sure that you will be able to make either 10% or 15% of that account and get funded, right? And get funded. But before the end of next month, because we're doing this throughout July, before the end of next month, you should be able to get your funded account and start trading by God's grace. Okay? Yeah, so there's no time frame for that. And whenever you're ready, you can always join. All right. Then after you get funded, if you want to continue, fine. But if not, you have your account, so you can now be trading it. You can now be petting it as I'm petting my own right now. And whatever profit you make from it, you can withdraw. You can withdraw every day. If you make more than $100 every day, you can request for withdrawals and be stacking the money small. Once you get up to, let's say you buy a 50K account and you can trade very well, and you flipped that account into 100%, let's say in a month. If you get 50K, definitely you want to consider upscaling, right? Now, one good thing is if you continuously withdraw from the platform without filling your account for 4 months, 4 to 5 months, HyroTrader will offer you the opportunity to scale up your account. If, for instance, you are trading 200K account, they will ask if you want, they can fund you maybe 500K. They can fund you, more. They give you more money, more capital to trade, because the more the capital, the more the money, right? The more profit you make, the more money you make for yourself and the platform as well. Even that 10% that they are getting out of you from you is something worth a lot to them actually. All right. Yeah. So that's basically it. Any other question?